Hey everyone, Chef Jason Hill here, and today I'm going to prepare a recipe that was sent in by a viewer by the name of Robert Jones, and it's his recipe for pulled smoked pork. So let me show you how he does it. Okay, first Robert starts off with a half a cup of brown sugar, and we're gonna add a tablespoon each of fresh cracked pepper and kosher salt, followed by a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. I'm liking this, Robert, you're bringing the heat. And then a tablespoon of just chili powder, tablespoon of cumin, ground cumin, tablespoon of garlic granulated, or you can use garlic powder, tablespoon of granulated onion, and 1 tablespoon of paprika. We just got to mix this up using a whisk or your hands. Break up those chunks of the brown sugar. Try and get it as fine as possible. Okay, there's our dry rub. It smells good. Okay, now we're gonna make up Robert's brine. Now the recipe Robert sent me was for a pork shoulder that was 7 to 9 pounds. I've got one that's about half that weight, so I'm gonna half his brine recipe. So if you're gonna do a larger pork shoulder, you'd go ahead and double this. Okay, I'm starting off with 4 cups of water with 2 bay leaves, followed by a 1/4 cup of salt, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and then about 1.5 tablespoons of his dry rub. This is nice and easy, Robert. Let's mix that up until the salt and the sugar dissolves. Okay, now I've got my 4 pounds of pork shoulder in a zip bag, and we're going to pour in the brine. Being careful not to spill it. And I want to cover it up completely. Now we're going to refrigerate this overnight. Hey guys, it's the next day. I've removed the pork from the refrigerator and from the brine, and I've patted it dry with paper towels, and I'm packing on the dry rub all around this guy. And I'm going to let this sit at room temperature covered for 30 minutes before we go to the smoker. Okay guys, here's my Green Mountain pellet grill, putting it to work today. It's already been preheated to 200 degrees. And this thing is so fun and easy to use. Everything comes out perfect. I'm just gonna lay him right here in the center. All that indirect smoking is gonna take place, and this will be ready in about 2 hours. All right, Robert recommended 2 to 3 hours on the smoker, so I went about 2.5. I'm gonna take this off now. Oh, look at that. Smells absolutely wonderful. Let's get this guy off of here. Oh yeah. Okay, now the recipe calls for finishing off in a crock pot or a slow cooker. And to do that, we're going to place the pork shoulder into the crock pot. Now Robert's recipe, like I said, was for 7 to 9 pounds, and this is about almost 4 pounds. So I'm gonna do about a cup and a half of water. Now we just cover and cook on high for about 3 to 4 hours. Okay, after about 3 hours on high, the internal temperature is 155. It's ready. So I'm just gonna remove this from my slow cooker, and we'll let it sit here at room temperature for maybe 10 minutes until you can handle it with your fingers to pull it apart. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. Okay, before we pull it apart, I'm gonna trim up a little bit of the fat, and I just run my knife right underneath it and pull it off. Well, I hope you enjoy this barbecue pulled pork recipe. I know I am. Oh, wow. Tender, flavorful, right amount of spice. This recipe's a winner.